Colorado's medical marijuana industry turns 11, but could soon disappear. Phil Lindemann, Krystal, 93 News. First, it was so cold this morning, the snow was squeaky at Copper Mountain, where temperatures hovered around 0 degrees until 9:30. A few diehard skiers and snowboarders braved the cold for empty slopes.
It's freezing, but there's like no one out here, and it's not that icy. It's been awesome.
That was Tina from Denver. She was learning to ski with a friend visiting from Boston, while Tim from Denver was making hot laps to keep warm.
Fourth run, my jaw is frozen.
Copper expects 12,000 people per day all weekend. Breckenridge and Keystone could see crowds just as big or bigger. It's keeping ski instructors like Copper's Alex busier than ever.
It's been busy up here. Our holiday is next week when all you guys go back to work. So right now it's busy season.
Forecasters expect sub-zero temperatures all weekend, so cold that Lake Dillon froze completely overnight and should remain frozen for the first time this winter. Exit 205 in Silverthorne is a mess. Chances are you've sat in traffic there, but fixing the off-ramp where 3 highways meet will cost $24.7 million.
Since 1991, we've seen a 60% increase in the population in Colorado. And since 1991, when you adjust for inflation, transportation funding has been cut in half.
That was Ryan Highland, town manager for Silverthorne. The project took a major hit this November when voters said no to billions in road funding for the state, the latest delay for Exit 205.
Every year I see it or somebody says, yeah, you might be 5 years out. So we've been 5 years out for a couple of decades.
Other local road projects in limbo for lack of funding are additional lanes on I-70 at Vail Pass and Floyd Hill outside Idaho Springs. Colorado's recreational marijuana industry turns 6 years old on New Year's Day, while the medical industry turns 11, but its days could be numbered.
It was a complete nightmare, and in my opinion, sort of a broken system.
That was Alex Levine with Green Dragon Cannabis of Breckenridge, talking about the difference between regulations for rec and medical marijuana. The company opened its first medical dispensary in 2009 as Greenworks and has since moved to rec only.
Because of our scale, we could provide the same products at the same price points as medical. And that's really the only reason why medical has really stuck around.
Native Roots in Frisco and Silverthorne is one of the last chains serving both clientele. Spokeswoman Shannon Fender.
It's quite frankly a lot easier to just pick one or the other.
Rec dispensaries outnumber medical stores by 75 locations, and Native Roots will keep both into the future.
The patient population in the medical community they have their specific market, their specific needs, and we really want to honor that by continuing to serve them.
Organics in Breck opened as a medical dispensary in 2009 and still serves both clientele, but numbers are dwindling. General Manager Jake Fessler.
We consider our med side really just taking care of the 10 people that we have. Direction it's going, eventually it is going to die out.
Benefits of a medical card are higher possession amounts and lower prices. Downsides for dispensaries include tighter regulations. Across the nation, medical marijuana is in 23 states, available to nearly 3/5 of the U.S. population. Tune into Krystal 93 next Monday at 4 and 5 p.m. for the third part of our special report on Colorado's $6 billion cannabis industry. Summit County is bumping for New Year's weekend with live music from reggae veteran Anthony B. at the Riverwalk Center New Year's Eve. The historic Brown and Mother Loaded Tavern downtown also have live music. In Frisco, the infamous String Dusters play sold-out shows at 10 Mile Music Hall tonight and tomorrow. Eminence Ensemble plays Sunday. And in Keystone, Trout Steak Revival sold out Warren Station for the 31st. The Goat in Keystone, Lake Dillon Tavern in Dillon, and Baker's Brewery in Silverthorne all have live music this weekend or on New Year's Eve. In sports, the Nuggets play the Spurs tonight. Game time is 7 p.m. And tomorrow, the Avalanche play the Blackhawks. On Sunday, the Broncos close their season against the Chargers at 2:25 on CBS. And in local sports, brought to you by Deepwater Mountain Inc., Breckenridge Vipers hockey is 5-2 at the holiday break. They play again next weekend, January 4th, against the Vail Yeti in Vail. Phil Lindemann, Krystal, 93 News.